Hello, how are you today? This is Dr. Brenda Shoshana, Brenda Eshin Shoshana, back with another episode of Finding God at the Kitchen Table. And that's very relevant for these days, holidays coming, Hanukkah, Christmas, end of year, Thanksgiving, and just every day. We go to the kitchen. We love the kitchen. It's wonderful. We cook, we eat, we share with others. It's cozy, it's warm, it's inviting. So, what has this got to do with finding God at the kitchen table? Finding God, finding support, finding meaning, finding the source everywhere with you in your everyday life. And today I actually thought it would be good to talk about something very, very, very fundamental to Jewish practice and also, strangely enough, to Zen practice as well. And that is the question, what is a mitzvah? We've all heard that word mitzvah in one form or another, and everybody has a different idea about it. Many think, oh my God, there are so many, I could never do them all. Or somebody else thinks it's a good deed. If you do them, you're a good person. If you don't do them, watch out. And it seems like it could be a bit overwhelming or a bit suffocating. Just the opposite. And that's not what a mitzvah is. A mitzvah brings everything to life, to fun, to pleasure, to meaning. A mitzvah is not a good deed necessarily. What it is, it's a channel through which we receive divine energy. And that's really the truth. It's really, there's actions that are designated to do. And some of them might seem very, what is this? Why? But when we do them, at the time designated in the way designated, boom, we're actually opening a channel to receive guidance, support, love, strength, and clarity. There's an incredible clarity that comes when we do a mitzvah about what we're here on earth for. It's actually quite a miracle, right? And most of the mitzvahs are planted right in our everyday life. And not only that, nobody has to do all of them. In fact, you can't do all of them. Many of them are not even relevant for this day and age. Some of them are only in the land of Israel. Some of them are only under certain conditions. And it's also been said that there are certain mitzvahs that are just for you. Not all of them. Nobody can do all of them. You know, we overwhelm ourselves. We load more and more upon ourselves. We judge our actions harshly, harshly, not focusing upon what's been positive and enjoyable, focusing on what's wrong, always what's wrong, what's missing, what's lacking. No, 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 that's not a mitzvah. A mitzvah is when you do it fully and in the way designated, you feel complete, whole, connected. It's really an incredible way to connect with the kitchen table, to connect with each other, to connect with life. Nothing is irrelevant. Nothing is just, oh, ordinary, who cares? No. When you do this and when you adopt this frame of mind, everything becomes sacred, by which I don't mean better than anything else, but it becomes infused with beauty and with meaning. I think today one of the biggest sufferings we're going through is a lack of meaning. What does it all mean? What's going on? Is everything just nothing? No, it's not. No. And when we see the beauty and the relevance and the meaning and the power of even the smallest deed, our life becomes enhanced. It becomes so worthwhile. Oh, I know why I'm here. I'm more rooted in my life and in my heart and in my relationships. So when we find God at the kitchen table, one of the profound steps is to understand a little bit about what these mitzvahs are. I did a podcast once where I called them 1 minute mitzvahs. And the reason I said 1 minute, they may take a little longer than that to do, but in 1 minute, you can change your whole mind around because rather than just trudging through the day, you can say, oh my gosh, here's an opportunity for a mitzvah. I can view this differently. I can respond differently. And then, right that moment, it's begun. It's begun. So I will, as we go along, share some of the specifics of them. You'll be very surprised how simple, but how beautiful they are. And I will share more about very eternal, fundamental steps from all the world's scriptures. When we look at them all, which I love to do, we come to certain essentials that interact. These are essential, fundamental, eternal truths that are present. And most of us just aren't aware of it. And when we become aware of it, we don't feel so isolated and alone and confused anymore. When we not only become aware of these eternal truths, but we begin to live them, do them. So I'm just doing a little bit when I do my little sections, a little bit at a time, and we will go forward and forward. And thank you very much for listening. And if you really would like to continue with this, please I would love it if you would subscribe and also like the video. Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye for today.